Edinburgh Indie Pop Alldayer.
From the point of view of the Indie Pop collectors, there's quite a few of us. We have a gig chat community in Edinburgh. There's a group of people, and for quite a long time we'd spoken about why don't we do something. And generally about a year ago we actually decided to do something rather than talk about what should we do in the pub. And we just got a date and put, right, let's put it in a diary, let's start.
Please don't pass it to me, I'm quite comfortable over here. Hugging myself and tilting at windmills.
I've known Andy and Craig from gigs and stuff for a good few years. They kind of turned up at a lot of gigs. Usually they've been quite drunk, so it was quite nice to hear that they were getting involved in organising something rather than just going along to stuff and getting drunk.
The Chords and the Just Jones, they were bands that we collectively agreed there was no real argument there.
We were surprised at just how many people turned out quite so early. It's quite often the first band on, there's, I don't know, about 7 people there and a dog.
Fit in like perfectly with our tour, and we were like, well, yeah, we love playing in Edinburgh, and it's like all great bands playing, so yeah.
They mentioned a couple of bands that they'd already booked for the day, like the Chords, I remember them saying, and I'm a big fan of theirs, so initially I was kind of sold on that, but also just an indie pop all day I genuinely say yes to if I can.
The band Josie that are playing today from Copenhagen, this will be their first ever Scottish gig.
We were already planning a tour actually, and it just happened to ask at the right time. I thought the idea of playing the indie capital of UK is Scotland. I thought it was a perfect end to our little job.
The bands we've chosen, there is this, when you look at the lineup, there is this variety between each band rather than a similar theme going right through it.
I think Ethel Machete, we had that chat about whether they were an appropriate band to have on an indie pop bill.
We went through to see them at a record shop in Glasgow, and you're just like, these guys are offering something that nobody else is doing. And you know, it's not quite C86 at all, but the point is, it's just like really good.
Since we've reformed after a long hiatus, like we took 12 years off between our records, we go back together, and I have to say Edinburgh has been amazing for us. It's been really good to us, right?
Tons of stuff over in Edinburgh.
And every single gig we've done here has been really heartening and lovely because
crowds have been really good, really busy.
Yeah,
and
so
it seems really busy downstairs today as well. So
we were always so happy to be back here because it's been such a good vibe for us, and we love playing festivals.
Kids are going to believe me if I say it was busy. Okay, ready?
that's excellent.
So the poster was designed by a very talented artist, Claire Goldthorpe, who did all the artwork at Indie Tracks Festival, which is where I met a lot of my indie pop friends, and I've known Claire for a few years, so we were super grateful that she agreed to do the artwork for us, and yes, really happy with it.
The merch that Claire's designed is amazing. It's like really stunning, and it's actually kind of really helped kind of form an identity, if that makes sense, give us more of a brand.
Our favourite item is the rock.
I love the whole vibe of the colours, and I think it really suits this. It almost feels like a slightly like fairground or just fun riot tree kind of vibe, you know. So
yeah,
it's all
it's
great.
definitely got that.
Hi, we're the cards. This is called October.
Unfortunately, we have to go back to Glasgow after we finish today, so I would have liked to have seen the chords, because we're hearing a lot of good things about them at the minute.
Still haven't seen the Corrs, who seem to be making waves. I see them kind of loads of different gig lineups and on the radio and stuff, so I'm still to see them live, so I would have loved to see them.
They sound like they could be from 1986, and that's, in my eyes and ears, that's a great thing.
I put on some shows sometimes in Bristol. We do like a Bristol Goes Pop. This week we put on Josie and the Chords together, so that was really cool.
We had an album coming out the same day, so our album came out the same day, and we just love each other's music, so it just seemed to fit. You know?
It's been so great. They're just the best. It's kind of perfect because like the people that like the chorus music seem to also be the people that like our music.
Thank you.
There's probably a wee gap in the kind of indie pop scene in Edinburgh at the moment. There hasn't been something like this, I don't think, for a few years.
Part of the thing is with Edinburgh, we don't get the same amount of gigs as Glasgow, and I'm not saying we're going to change that, but I just want to get people playing in Edinburgh that haven't played before.
The Proxes have never played in Scotland. There's not that many indie pop events where we play, you know, and it's good to play to an audience that get what we do.
We've never played Edinburgh before. Every single time we play Scotland, we play Glasgow, and it's always the best gig we ever do on that stretch of shows. We do like 4 or 5 gigs at a time.
But it's all as an excuse to play Scotland.
We just know how difficult it is for bands who are coming from 300 or 400 miles away to actually make it viable financially.
And for us, it's really far to come up here. I live in Exeter. Some of the band live in Bristol, so it's a long old drive. So I think, yeah, stopping over for another gig just kind of makes a lot of sense.
On Thursday we were in Birmingham, Friday we were, yesterday in Newcastle, and now we're here, and then tomorrow we're in Leeds.
Really nice to be over here in the UK, where there really is a very big indie pop scene, because there's not so much of an indie pop scene in Denmark, where we're from. It's much more like punk and hardcore, and for me it's just so nice to come to gigs and people who love the Pastels and the Flatmates and new indie bands. And we're not really so used to that back then, so that's been really, really nice.
I think we've kind of got a split in the audience today. We've got a lot of people here who probably have a lot of experience going to indie pop events like Indie Tracks and Leicester Indie Pop and Glasgow's Pop. Through Gig Chat, we've also got a lot of people who have probably never been to an event like this, and we're sort of hoping that they'll go away and that they'll have new favourite bands, and after this they'll actually go home and start looking at stuff and thinking, when's the next event?
Scottish crowds are the best crowds.
Scottish promoters are the best promoters.
Scottish beer is the best beer.
And indie pop fans are the best fans.
I was going to quote Gregory's Girl on stage and I forgot. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window.